Okay, here's the bare bones of my test.php web document. You can see I've applied all of the basic HTML elements that give me an HTML5 validating web document. So now I'm going to go into the body section, and you can choose to put your PHP blocks or scripting tags wherever you like within the document. It can be above your doc type. It can even be below your HTML tag. It can be within your body tag. PHP can also be within the head element. Anywhere you like in here. So first I'll show you the standard PHP opening tag, and then we'll go down a couple of lines and put in its closing tag that corresponds with it. So any of the code that we put in between these two tags will be processed by the PHP engine, and everything else in the document will be ignored by PHP. So to easily demonstrate this, we can just type in echo, a set of double quotes, and then the semicolon to break that statement. And in between our double quotes, we'll just type in a sentence. So when I run this file on a PHP-enabled server, I will see some echo output to the page. Now since I'm going to have a few PHP blocks in here for this demonstration, I'm going to wrap this in a paragraph tag. Good old HTML paragraph tag. Now this, what you see here, are the standard PHP opening and closing tags, and it's really what you should use for all of your PHP programming. Being as it's the standard approach, you won't have any migration issues between different servers, and any other problems that might occur when people use a different approach, you won't have those. So this is the recommended approach. Now I'll show you the next approach. You can use a HTML script element. So I'm going to open up a script tag, and I'm going to go language PHP. Close that, and then go down a couple of lines and make sure I put on the closing part of my scripting element. Now let me just take that code that I had earlier. I'll pop it into place right there. Instead of saying that sentence, I'll write in the date dynamically. So I can put in another set of double quotes, and in between those put in two dots to concatenate this string. And it's just a way to append variable data to a string. So I'll put in date, single quote, y, single quote, and then close my parentheses. And right before the date, I'll put and copy symbol. So I'll have a little copyright, little circle, and then the year will display dynamically next to it. And then I'll just put Adam Corey. Okay, now I will apply the next approach that you'll sometimes see people using. This one is the PHP short tags. So you can see it opens up a PHP scripting block, but it doesn't have the PHP letters next to the opening question mark. Now we can take this sentence and let's put it right here. We'll change this name to John Doe. Press Ctrl S. Now run this on a PHP enabled server. Okay, so you can see on my particular server that all of this output works just great. Now it's not ideal to use the PHP short tags, because if you're going to use the PHP short tags, it has to be enabled. PHP short tags have to be enabled within your php.ini file as one of the directives. So if you happen to build a software application that runs using PHP, and you take that software and you put it on a different server that does not recognize short tags, nothing will work. That's why it's discouraged to use PHP short tags, this approach here. And this one is fine, but it's not the standard tag. This one, the first approach, is the standard, most recommended and common way that you'll see PHP programmers writing script. And this is the approach that I recommend that you go with. Now it's also recommended that if you have a PHP only document, so let's say my document has only PHP script in it, just like this. It's recommended that you leave off the closing PHP tag, just like that, and see if it works. So you can see my PHP file has no closing PHP tag, but everything still works just fine. And this will assure that I have no accidental whitespace occur in my applications. That's only if you have PHP only documents. If you have HTML mingled inside of your web document, you'd want to make sure to close all of your PHP tags. Okay, so that covers the three ways in which you can apply PHP script logic to your web documents. And you just have to make sure that your web document has a .php extension in order for PHP to run inside of it. And remember that the first approach that we demonstrated is the recommended approach that everyone use.